Hi and welcome to the 17th episode of the Yarnniffler podcast. My name is Sam and I'm a university student from Belgium. I like to knit and crochet while I'm not studying and sometimes when I'm studying. Hi, welcome back. If you're a new viewer, hi. I like to talk all the yarny things, knit, crochet and all of that. So I'll just tell you what I did in the last 2 weeks and a bit of my upcoming plans, and I hope you enjoy. Sit back and relax. So you can find me on Instagram as Sam Wyffels and on Ravelry as Yarnniffler. If there is anything that if Ravelry is not accessible to you, or there's any comments on corsets, just let me know in the comment box below or message me and I'll try to help you out. Okay, hi. So maybe for the returning viewers, yes, I got my new glasses. Very happy with them. So no more squinting at the camera because I don't have my glasses. And then let's just start. I have two maybe like a third FO, a couple of whips, and then some project IDs. So here we go. First off is this, my Twist and Turns MKAL by Stephen West. So I've completely finished it. The last time you saw it 2 weeks ago, I made one of these yellow stripes completely, and I was somewhere halfway on the second one. So I finished this section, this stripy section as well, and here at the bottom I have a section of twisted strip and then some chevrons, as you can see, and those I finished as well. And I also made I-cards to go into these antler cables. So as you can see, I have one red one and then 4 yellow ones. Just, it was an option, but I really liked it just to give it a little more interest to look at. And I also sewed on the label that I got. So here it is. So yes, completely ready to wear. I have been wearing it as well. It's very soft. It's pretty big, but like not that deep. So yeah, I'll try. So most of the time I just put this in the front, and then I can wear it like this. And if it's really cold, I cross the 2 ends over again, and I tie them at the back to get an extra layer to really get warm. But most of the time I just keep it like this, that you really see this section, and then maybe I'll pull out another section over it or something. I'm just searching still a bit, but I'm very happy with it. And maybe if you can see, like at the back here I have my ochre coat, and this colors work perfectly with it. Definitely for this fall and the upcoming winter as well. So let me tell you about the yarn. The yarn is Issachar Alpaca 2. So it's 50% wool and 50% alpaca. So that gives the softness as well, but it still has like a bit of tootiness from the wool. So it is pretty warm. It's pretty light, but it's pretty warm as well. Then the yellow color is color 3. This red color is color 21. And then this brown is from their Eco line undyed. So this is an undyed color, and this is, let me check, E8 5 or E8. Yes, if you really want to know, I've talked about it in the past episodes as well, and you can also see it on my Ravelry page, which will be linked down below. So yes, this is it. I used less than 150 grams skein for the yellow, less than 2, so less than 100 grams for the brown, and just a little bit more for the red. I just had to crack into the last skein on the I-cord bind off here. So yeah, maybe if I didn't do the antler cable like this I-cord in red, I would have enough, but I had more than enough yarn. It was just a little bit getting into it. So yes, this is finished. I really love it. I've been wearing it a lot. I blocked it this weekend, and now I just have to take some nice pictures to put on Ravelry and on Instagram, but then yeah, it's completely finished. I really loved it. I loved making it, the modular construction. Like, I think if you heard anybody else talk about it, this middle part, first clue, took a really long time for me as well, because I wanted to finish also a test knit, and I then wanted to finish my pants. But yeah, still, I really love it. It gave another dimension to knitting for me, this modular kind, because you were like, go to this way, go to there, pick up stitches, bind off. So yeah. I think I'm now pretty good with picking up stitches, binding off in I-cord, so yeah, completely ready for that. So this is my very big whip. A lot of knitting went to it, definitely the last part of it, because I just like wanted to finish it. Definitely when I was on like the wingtips, the striped wingtips, I finished one in 1 day and then the other one in 2 days, because yeah, you're constantly decreasing, so it goes faster and faster. You're working with stripes, which really gives you the thing, oh, one more stripe, one more stripe. So that was really fun. And then I had a couple of like 3 minutes here and 3 minutes there. I was like just knitting on it on the train as well. So that was perfect. Let me pause for a second and get my next finished object. Okay, my next finished object is a pair of socks. Here they are. These are the 24-day socks by Potter and Bloom. So by Emma Potter. And yes, they are finally finished. I started them in the beginning of September and I showed you them, and I told you that I left them at home because I couldn't really take, it just didn't, I made this with my advent calendar yarn, and my advent calendar was in a box, and it really didn't fit in my suitcase to take with me from home to here where I live during the week at university. But yes, so the last time you saw them I was about here, so maybe if you can see, you have this garter or like these pearl bumps, and then here there is, I don't know if you can really see it, but here there is none. I forgot it. I was doing something else and I forgot to do the pattern at that part. No problem, of course, but I know that is, so also you see the stitch marker, that is where I was when I last showed them to you. So I just did like 1 or 2 stripes in the weekends. But like this weekend I finished my MKAL, and I was like, Advent season is coming, I maybe want to knit something else with my Advent calendar, because this is more like a yarn sampler to just show all the colors and have it something, and then I want to make a sweater as well. So I decided to take my Advent calendar with me. I laid it all out in the right order. Then I took a picture of it, and then I put them like in a bag, trying to keep them in order to take them with me. And then in the last couple of days I finished them. So that was really fun. Just something else, constantly switching yarns. I did the weave and Steven method. So if you look at the inside, I have all my yarns. My ends are woven in while I was knitting. So I'll be blocking them probably tonight on my sock blockers here, and then I'll just snip off all the ends and I'm done. The only end I need to weave in is the one at the top. So the yarn I used, this light grey, is from Bart and Francis merino sock, and they're 75/25 merino nylon in a light grey color. This one feels a little bit less sturdy than my normal sock yarn, so yeah, we will see. Maybe these ones will felt a bit faster, but that will be no problem because I have the other yarns in between. I think that maybe could give a nice touch to the yarn. And then the advent calendar is from the Wool Shed. I will link the shop below. I've showed you a couple of times before. I won't show you now because they are all laid out in the perfect order and they're not in their box anymore, so I can't show you the box. And if, like, maybe I think in episode 12 when I tried to show you the box, a couple of balls fell out, so I won't do that. But yes, this is just a standard sock yarn, also 75/25 merino nylon in 24 colors. So this orange color is the last one, so this is a full repeat, and then I did 5 more colors to just get a little bit more length. So this pattern is a top-down pattern, but I switched it to toe-up just using my vanilla recipe that I always use, and just substituting in the pattern toe-up. So yeah, that was really not hard. Just maybe if you can see, there's like one purl here at the start, because I was like, oh yeah, I need to purl everything, and I was like, okay, no, I don't need to purl everything because I'm on the foot. So yeah, that was like, okay, don't do that. And then you have this like really nice stripy pattern on the foot as well. So those are my socks. I just did 64 stitches. That's 8 more stitches than I normally do on 2.5mm needles, but I thought maybe with the slip stitch pattern and the 2 different yarns it would work better, and I really just like wanted to follow the pattern, didn't want to do some mats at the moment that I started it. So that's all I did. So yes, I will see when I wear them, maybe they get a bit baggy, but then they could be house socks or something. So these ones are now ready to be blocked, and then I'll tell you in my future plans what I have planned for my advent calendar. Then my next like finished object, but not like really, it's more like a test, is this. This is the, let me make sure, the crochet memories blanket. So you have the cozy memories blanket where you just knit squares in a blanket, and you can pick up and start anywhere you want. So Hannah of the Cozy Cottage Crochet podcast, and also the, I think, Cozy Cottage Crochet Designs, or maybe it's just her name, Hannah Sigmund, but I'll definitely link it below. She wanted to make a pattern for a cozy memories blanket in crochet. So this is the crochet memories blanket. So it's worked with corner to corner squares, and maybe let me think. So I started with this blue one, then I made, let me think, this red one, I think, then I made the orange one, and then so then you have these 3 ones, and then I made the pink one just to every attached to every corner, or like to the 2 other squares. I've never done corner to corner before, so definitely very well explained in the pattern, and also as you can see, everything is beautifully linked. You can start your corner wherever you want, and there's a video tutorial, and there also will be there's a photo tutorial, and there also will be a video tutorial later. I didn't get to test that because that wasn't ready, but the photo tutorial and the written instructions were good enough for me, and I really love it. This orange is kind of blowing out the camera. Yes, it is a pretty vibrant orange. I used Stylecraft Special DK, so a DK weight yarn with a 4mm hook. I used about 5 grams per square, and I think it took me about 25 minutes once, like to say like 30 minutes in the beginning and maybe 20 minutes at the end for the last square, when I really got the hang of it, because I also needed to learn corner to corner. But definitely a beginner pattern. I think if you can crochet, just follow the steps, follow the tutorial, and you'll get there. I'll definitely link my project page down below, and once the pattern is live, the pattern will be automatically linked to my project page because I'm a tester, and then I'll definitely tell you probably in the next episode and link the pattern as well. I've told you before about my plans with my magic cake yarns for my North Italy. Well, so now I want to also make a cushion out of these, so maybe I'll just keep these because the ends are woven in already, and just add to them with more DK yarn. So we'll see about that, but I'm very excited, and this feels so soft. So I really want to have, yes, a cushion with my yarn, and maybe if I have like more leftovers and a couple of grams, I can go say 5 grams in here for my DK weight yarn, and then the leftover 2-3 grams maybe in my magic cake for Nordisley or something else. I'll just want to make everything with scraps at the moment, but I don't really have the time to think out what I want to do. So this was perfect, test it, I can do it, and then when I want to, I can just make one square, make 20 squares to it. I can add any way I want, so I find this a very perfect. Okay, then let me think those are all of the finished objects, or sort of finished objects I want to talk about, and then about my whips. Let me show you the first one you have seen already, but it has grown a lot. This is the staple linen top from Hochi Locatelli. So I used 3.5mm needles, and I am holding it inside out. Maybe this way it looks better. I use 3.5mm. I'm making the fifth size. I think it's 2XL. And the yarn I'm using, let me just make sure I say the name right, is where is it? Here is it. Superlin Batis Single from Bart & Francis in the color 4052. Everything will be linked on my project page as well. So it is this linen yarn. Let me show you maybe a bit closer the color. So this is just like a yellow mustardy ochre color. As you can see, my jacket, my chair, my shellography, I really like that color. So I'm holding 4 strands double of this. I don't know how to categorize it. Maybe it's lace weight, maybe it's even finer, but definitely holding 4 strands together to get like a thick fingering sport weight gauge. Yes, let me try to show you. So the last time you saw it, I was like, say, maybe I'll hold it up this way. So this is the front and this is the back, and I was like somewhere, say where my fingers are, above that on the back. So I finished the whole back, did the increases for the armholes, and then now I picked up stitches for the front. I'm knitting the front, and then once it measures the same distance as the back, I will increase as well for the armholes, and then I'll just knit in the round until it's done. I also I think there's like a small neckband and something around the sleeves, and I have, like, as you can see, my linen is balled up separately. I told you about last time it got really tangled. It was in cakes, so I had 2 cakes and I'm using 4 strands, so I was like, okay, 1 strand from the inside, 1 strand from the outside. But linen behaves completely differently than wool, so like I had strands coming out at random places, and then I had to like muffle them back into the cake because they were tangling, and yeah. So I said like, oh my god, I can't deal with this. So I just sat down and wound separate balls for everything. So I have a couple of separate balls, and I have enough for this tank top, but I don't know how much I will need for everything. Like, I want to make it as long as possible, like also not too long, but also not very cropped. So I'm thinking about just when the bunny is joined in the round, I just have to knit in the round. I can pick up with a smaller needle around the neckband, and I think around the sleeves as well, with like some other balls of linen to just finish that, and then I can just go knit till I'm done, just to make sure that I have enough yarn to really make it long enough. It can be a bit cropped, because like on a high-waisted short or skirt it might be nice, but I really want it long enough. So that will be the process. I think I have like around 20 more rows to go before I can do the armhole increases. So yes, that definitely will go fast now, because this is my main whip at the moment. So those are the things I've really worked on, and then I have oh no, my tall socks. My socks that I'm working on during my classes. So these are socks that I always have with me when I'm at school, so they are just in my school bag. Let me try to show you. So I was here where you see this first stitch marker, and now I'm doing the increases for the heel flap and gussets, so that's that stitch marker. So as you can see, it has grown a lot because I've had a couple of lessons where I could work on it, and then we had a couple of presentations, so I was just sitting at the back listening, taking notes, but also knitting a bit. So this is what is happening. This yarn is World of Yarn Himalaya, so let me try to focus it. It won't focus. Okay. Just your 75-25 wool nylon blend. And this is color 3. So I have a class this afternoon where I can work on it, and then another one on Friday, so I'll probably be starting the heels soon. So yes, we will see. Maybe if I get bored, I can work on this one, because like I'm really into a finishing spree at the moment, because I really want to finish a couple of things that have been on the needles for longer, like my 24-day socks, just to start some new things. And I don't really like having lingering whips. Maybe you've seen, like, most of the time when I show you, I have like 3 or 4 whips I've worked on, but mostly it's like I finished something and I started something else. And like one of my other whips I want to talk about are my Irene socks. These ones are designed by Tracy Miller of the Grocery Girl. So these are the socks. I also have the pattern for the hat, because I had the box where it came in. So I'm making these socks, and they are no further since last time I showed you. So I just have 2 toes. So I'm also making them toe up 56 stitches on 2.5mm needle, and I have 1 pattern repeat that you really can't see. Let me maybe show you. So I have, these are by Shirley Bryan Yarns, and the Deconstructed Fate sets. So I have 2. And they are in the Grocery Girls colorway. So they are no further than I showed you the last time, but they have been since I worked on them on my trip to Germany, I think. So in the beginning of September. We are almost December now, so they are just have been laying around waiting. And then now I finished my 24-day socks, and I just have, like, say, a simple tank top to work on. I want maybe and a simple pair of socks, and maybe a bit more interesting socks to work on. So I hope to have finished this, like, say, until the next time I see you, maybe. I don't know. I want to get them finished, because like I feel like I haven't worked on them. I just didn't have the time and the desire, and now I just want them finished. So they will be a priority, definitely. Okay, then I have a couple of acquisitions and future knitting plans. So if you're not really into acquisitions, I can totally understand. Most of the time, like the last couple of times I had some, but now it is dying down again, or it is really like I bought something like so many weeks ago and I want to work with it. Now it's like I buy something for making something now, probably for a present or like some kind of commission for somebody, because I have more than enough yarn at home and I can't even at the moment choose what I want to make, so I don't really need more yarn. But what got in is my last installment of the Mysterious Mountain Club. This was by Les Garçons, so it was dyed by Dels, but I think they rebranded his yarn to Les Garçons as well. So there are two guys from Canada that dye yarn and design patterns. Max also does like illustrations, so everything, like every drawing is done by him. And I needed the last installment still, so this is it. So this is the, the stitch marker is turning around, so it's like this cup. So this is the Mysterious Bear colorway, and this green one is Max's Khaki, and this is in the React sock base. So this is 70% superwash marine, 20% yak, and 10% nylon. So it is a very soft, and it's just like the standard sock yarn measurement. So I have 3 100-gram skeins and 3 20-gram skeins. So I have 360 grams. And like I have this brown, then I have like a reddish, like a burgundy one, and I also have a more purple browny one. So they are very dark autumnal colors, so I'm thinking maybe I can make a top of that, but I'm not sure if I want to stripe it or want to do color work with it or something. So I'm still thinking about it. Maybe I can show you them next time, because I want still to have leftovers to make one pair of socks in this amazing soft yarn. But I really want to make like something with the three installments together. So I'll see what I'll come up with. It probably won't be in the first couple of weeks, because I have so many things I want to do, and these ones are not really a high priority. And also with that, so it's the mysterious bear, I got the, and I'm letting it fall, I got the sticker. So as you can see, he's holding a cup, and I got the enamel pin. So I'm also looking for something to display my enamel pins on, a piece of cloth, maybe a bag that I can hang up with, because I have a couple of them that I want to display. So maybe it's something I'll show you as well. Let me just go to the next page in my notebook, that I don't forget something to tell you, and I forgot to get something else for my next acquisition / future knitting plan. So just a moment. Okay, so my next acquisition are 4 balls of Stylecraft Special DK. So I have 2 of these ones. This is the copper colorway. Then I have 1 black and 1 cream. So I will be making an amigurumi, a crochet amigurumi, and it will be this fox. So if I show you maybe a more up close picture, so this is Fox Victor, or maybe if you can read Dutch, Vosje Victor. So I've shown you this book before. I made the kangaroo back then for one of my cousins, and now for one of my friends I want to make this fox for Christmas. So yes, this fox. So I will link this book below. I know most of you probably don't really speak Dutch, so you can't really read it, but I still want to link it because I find it a very good book with like lots of good animals. I've made the cow as well. What did I make? So I made this cow, so now I'm going to make a fox. I made the kangaroo, as I told you, and if you look here at the back, I made this horse, but I made it as a unicorn. There's on her blog, you can like purchase for €1 or something extra the unicorn pattern, so it just gives you the thing to like make the horn and make rainbow hair. So if you want to know, you can maybe scroll a bit to my projects and see, but I've made I've made amigurumi animals from this book before, so I really love it. The thing is, these ones are made for like sock yarn, so I make them in DK with a 4mm hook, so they get about, say, like 15 to 20 centimeters, maybe 25, depending on the pattern. So I'll definitely show you, and then you can see for yourself. So but like crochet like this doesn't really take a long time for me. I just have a bit to concentrate when to increase, decrease, or do a couple of plain rows. So yes, this is like something I really want to work on. So maybe this is like something like in between studying, like say I have 15-minute study break, just a couple of rows of crochet, because it grows really fast, you can really see it, and then at the end I just have to sew it together and it's all done. So I am very excited to start that one as well, because I really want to give it to my friends for Christmas. So yeah, that's that. That is everything I wanted to talk about yarn and knitting wise. Oh no, I have one more future knitting plan. So now that my 24-day socks are finished, my advent calendar yarn from last year is free. Like free to use again, because I was using it. So I weigh all my yarn. I am a bit nerdy like that. I really want to know how many grams and definitely then how many meters I've used in all of my projects. And also, if I like want to make something scrappy, I know exactly how much yarn I have, and maybe, oh, I've made this before, how much yarn did I use then? So that's like my reasoning behind that. So I want to make something with my advent yarn. I'm not completely sure what yet. I think I've shown you before my favorite adventure from Dragonheart Yarn Designs. I definitely want to make that again. So, or not again, I definitely want to make that. So maybe this weekend I can swatch for that. Because like I have a feeling like I have a couple of projects, but they are like more smaller ones, and I want a bigger one. But also like after finishing my dust knit, my bookkeeper cardigan, my 10-line joggers, so my knitted pants, and my twist and turn shawl, everything has been on fringing weight yarn, small needles. So maybe I want to make something on bigger yarn as well, that goes like on bigger needles, a bigger gauge that goes faster. So I'm thinking of starting maybe a DK or a worsted weight cardigan as well, or a sweater. So I'll definitely tell you about that when I'm completely sure. But yeah, we'll see. And then maybe shortly a bit about the last 2 weeks, because I like hearing about people's weeks. So if you're not into that, no problem. Like, subscribe and all of that. And otherwise, so what happened in the last 2 weeks? As I told you, I went to another concert. So for my 18th birthday, I got concert tickets with my aunt, but the concert got cancelled and cancelled again, so it got postponed and postponed. So now after 2.5 years, I finally celebrated my 18th birthday with my aunt. If you know, or maybe you don't know, I'm already 20 at the moment. So 2.5 years later finally we could celebrate. But it was really nice, really fun, really good concert, because like I knew the two bands and their songs, but like not the new ones and all, and everything was just it was very fun. I also went to see 2 basket games. So the Belgian Cats, the national women basketball team from Belgium, played in Leuven, so where I'm studying. So I got some tickets and went to see their 2 games, because it's just like a 50-minute walk from where I live here. So that was really handy, because it's like a 2-hour ride from where I live at home, so that would be harder, but it was just perfect. They won both their games. It was the qualifiers for the European Championship for next summer, so they have 2 more games in February, and then I think if they keep playing like they do now, I hope to see them again in the European Championship. And then for the rest, I have been trying to get in a routine of really starting to study, starting to summarize my courses, because I have, after this week, so this is Wednesday morning, I have 3 more weeks of lessons, and then we have two and then we exams are there. So the exams are coming, and definitely also our like our weeks off to really study or in between Christmas and New Year's as well. So I have some festivities with family, as I think most people do, so I need a pretty good schedule. I need to be on top of it, so I'm willing to try do that. So definitely in 2 weeks there will be an episode, and then I will see when it fits into my schedule, when I'm studying or when I have exams, to have another episode. So maybe if it's just like 1 or 2 weeks late, don't panic, I'm in exam mode. And probably knitting a lot, because that's one thing. Then I am just, most of the days I'm just here, so I'm studying about 8 hours a day, and then all the other hours I'm just trying to relax, not worry about it, and then I'm mostly knitting. So that's it. I am very excited for Vlogmas starting. So this one will come out tomorrow, Thursday the 1st of December. So happy Vlogmas watching. If you have an advent calendar, enjoy opening it. If you're not, oh, excuse me, no problem. And I really am hoping to have a beautiful advent calendar. I want like a bit more moody tones, like if you see these socks, you have a lot of highlighter tones as well. So in the sweater I want to make, it's with another contrasting yarn to just tone it down a bit, but I really want to make like a cardigan that's purely my advent yarn. So I hope that this year my advent calendar will be perfect for that. So but we will see, and I will definitely show you my advent calendar at the end when it is done and everybody has opened theirs, and then I'll tell you all about my ideas I have for it. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to say today. Have a good day, enjoy yourself, hopefully have some knitting or crochet time, and until I see you next time, bye!